How would you like to break par but not the bank? That is the tagline from Seed Golf. They have just released their brand new SDX1 Gen 2 golf ball, and they say it is very comparable to that of the Titleist Pro V1x, which in my opinion is the best golf ball on the planet. Now, there's a huge difference in price. You will generally pay around about £60 for 12 Pro V1x's, but you will only pay £29 for 12 Seed SDX1 golf balls. So this is basically their Pro X1 from their range. I'm going to be putting these two golf balls to the test. I mean, that could go in the hole. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. One of the things we have to bear in mind is that you buy these golf balls direct from Seed themselves, so you don't go to a retail store. So basically, by cutting out the middleman, they're already making the golf ball much more affordable. Seed Golf have been targeting amateur golfers, real golfers, for their whole existence. They don't try to put these in the hands of the tour pros. They don't try to replace the Titleist Pro V1x for those tour pros and offer massive endorsement deals. What they are trying to do is give you a slightly cheaper alternative to that of the Pro V1x. I'm going to put this to the test. I'm going to see if this is even comparable. Half of the price almost. Is it even comparable to what is probably the best and most used golf ball on tour? Rather than me just telling you it feels great off the face or it doesn't feel great off the face, I've got the GC3 with me to give you some real accurate data. We're going to be looking at ball speed. Most importantly, we're going to be looking at spin rates, and we're going to be looking at distances. We're going to be hitting 3 tests. So we're going to be going from the driver off the tee to an 8-iron from around about 150 to a sand wedge from around about 90 yards. I want to see if this is comparable in terms of spin inside of 100 yards, and if it's comparable in particular from distance off the tee as well. Let's try it. All right, so I'm 90 yards out from the green. As you can see in the distance there, I'm going up with 6 Seed balls versus 6 Pro V1x. Now let's see the comparison in the numbers. The Seed SDX1 felt nice off the face. It did feel like as soon as it comes off the face, it felt fast. It felt like it was going to go too far. So I don't feel like it felt super soft. But let's see. Let's get an instant reaction now from hitting a Pro V1x. Definitely feels different off the face, doesn't it? But not much. 6,000 RPM, 73 ball speed, just 87 yards of carry though, so it's actually finished. Well, I actually left it just short of the green, so probably not a perfectly fair comparison there. Oh, it's gone a long way. Ball speed, if my memory's not too short, does feel a little bit slower. How did they feel in comparison? Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I can't tell the difference. If you had a gun to my head and said you have to give me an answer, I would have said the Seed felt a tiny bit harder, but otherwise, I'll be honest, they felt the same. I always feel like I'm not even good enough to be able to tell you if there was a minute difference, because it was, if anything, it was minute. The general average of the numbers is pretty much the same. And that's key, because Pro V1x is the best golf ball in the world. It's the most used golf ball on tour. And if any golf ball wants to try and get close to it, but then market themselves as being £20 per dozen cheaper, just to be close to it is really good. But actually, it's just as good from 100 yards. Right, let's go back to 150 yards, and then we're going to finish with the all-important driver. I feel like the Seed SDX1 passed the 100-yard test, but now will it pass the 150-yard test? Now I've got an A-time from this distance just because of the conditions today. It's ever so slightly into the breeze, but that won't affect the numbers that come up on the screen. An A-tie spin rate, you're looking for something below 8,000 RPM. So let's see how the two balls go against each other again. I'm going to be going with the seed ball first. Again, 2 sleeves with each, 6 with each. For me personally, in my game, just having that little bit of extra spin is actually not a bad thing, because I do have a tendency to be a little bit low spinny. I mean, that could go in the hole. Oh, it's a little on the short side. The wind is quite strong. 8,399 RPM, 155 carry. Just pulled it a touch by trying to power it there. 7,899 RPM, but you'd expect it to be a little bit lower with a slight pull. Best strike so far, and it's probably going to go in the hole. Oh, it's short. Wow. 9,000 RPM. Wow, that's interesting. I feel like I'm trying to rip the cover off it to get it there. 7,950 RPM and pretty much bang on the money in terms of distance, just on the left side of the green. All right, last one. Best shot today, that's the best shot. Go in the hole. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, that could have actually spun from behind the hole, honestly. 8,199 RPM. Oh my God, that was so close. That 100% landed past the pin and spun back, 100%. Right, I feel like, if I'm being super critical, the spin rates fluctuated a little bit too much, but again, was that me or was that the ball? We're going to find out with the next 6 shots to see how consistent the spin rate is here. Feels pretty much the same off the face. Tiny bit on the toe side of center. 6,000 RPM, 163 carry. Wow, that's interesting. I feel like it wasn't the most amazing strike in the world. Oh my God, I tell you something, I could get a hole in one of these videos soon, you know. That is close. 6,274 RPM, 160 carry. Again, wow, that's really interesting to me, that. Less spin, more carry on the Pro VX. Go in the hole. Oh my God, guys, we've got this locked in. 7,175 RPM, 160 carry. Oh my God, you don't see this in any other channel, by the way, this quality of ball striking. Oh, pin high, just a bit left. 7,375 spin. Not had any high spinny ones yet, which is interesting. Oh my God. It's on a string today, folks. Oh, 7,624 RPM spin, 158 and 161 were the last 2 carry distances. Right, last one. Slight pull, but probably still on the left side of the green. 9,000 RPM and 157. Now I was going to surmise this by saying Pro V1x didn't give me any crazy spin numbers like a 9,000. Seed gave me 1, but then on the very last shot, Pro V1x managed to come up with a 9,000 RPM spin rate as well. In general, Pro V1x was slightly more low spinning, or more consistently low spinning with a little bit more distance. Both felt the same off the face again. That's why the data is so important. Right, let's try the driver. Right, so the wedges, very, very similar. A-tie, very similar. The slightly lower spin off the Pro V1x, a tiny bit more distance as well. Let's see what the driver can do. We're going to start with the seed ball. Hardest thing about reviewing this bit now is just the consistency of my strike. I'll do my best. That's a good start. 113 mile an hour club head speed, 165 ball speed, 284 carry, 2425 spin. Beautiful. That's got to be a slightly low spinning one because it just came a little bit high on the toe, not too high, but 2000 spin, 285 carry, 113 club head speed, 163 ball speed. So 165 and a 163 so far. Great tee shot that. Beautiful strike. 26 spin, 284 carry, 166 ball speed. 3000 spin that one, not great. That's a better tee shot, a better drive, a better golf swing. 2075, 285 carry, 167 ball speed. Much better golf shot. Cutty again. I think the high cutty one is a bit spinny. 3,300 spin on that one. So 2 at 3,000, but 2 bad shots really. Right, onto the Pro V1x. Let's see if there's an initial feel difference. No, to be honest, there isn't. 2.4 spin, 288 carry. So the seed was consistently at 285. Straight away I've got a 288 in there. No difference in feel. I would say potentially less movement in the air, but that could be me again. 274 carry, 3000 spin. Didn't look like a 3000 spin, but again, seed gave me that type of number as well occasionally, as has now the Pro VX. Beautiful tee shot that. Beauty. Oh, 2.3 spin, 286 carry, 114 miles an hour club head speed. Got faster. Ball speeds have been the same really, everything from 265 to 268. That was a good strike. On this hole, that's the tiger line as well. 2.2 spin, 283 carry. Overall, it has to be said, the numbers are very similar. Numbers overall really similar. Ball speed, my club head speed didn't really change. If anything, I got slightly faster just towards the end of those shots, which is rare. I thought I'd get more tired. Ball speed was pretty much the same throughout. It fluctuated obviously based on strike anyway, from 163 to 168. Spin rates, the optimal for me is now with this new driver is around about 2.2 to 2.4. I got a couple with each ball at over 3000 again, probably based on quality of strike. But the ones that I absolutely ripped were in and around that optimal range of spin, and they were exactly the same distance. Again, 285 to 288 every single time on the carry distance. So where I feel the wedge performance from 100 yards was exactly the same. The 8-iron performance was better with the Pro V1x, but the driving performance was exactly the same again. So they have done really well at creating a golf ball to get as close as they can to the best golf ball in the market, in my opinion, right now. So kudos to Seed. The SDX one is phenomenal. And you know what? To save 20 to 30 pounds per dozen is a huge saving and definitely worth trying out for yourself. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Loads more content to come, and let YouTube tell you all about it as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.